Is that on?
Huh?
You want to speak into?
Check, 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 check. Be right here. Check. Ooh. Is it just the line? Oh, click it. No, actually click the other way. The line through. The line. Sorry, right? Where is it? That's on. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check.
There we go.
Check, check, check,
Now
check.
it's on. Now
Check,
it's on.
check.
Kind of check, check. Something's happening. Something's not. It says that it's on.
Check, check, check. Now, so you have it all the way turned up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, turn it on the far.
This one.
That one. Turn it. That's
Check,
what-
check, check, check. There we go.
Check,
Now
check,
I hear
check.
something.
Yeah.
Is that gonna interfere with the live stream?
no,
though?
it shouldn't.
We're good. Okay.
No, what was happening before is it was turn it, yeah, as much as you can. There we go.
There we
Yeah. A little less. Little less. All right. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check,
Live?
check. Check, 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 check. And that's just my internet that's so bad on this,
Okay.
not on the feed.
Yes. Hey, LJ, we're back.
We're out here. Banter at Barney's, baby. With the Thursday, we are live right now. Go click it.
Click, 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 click.
There we go. All right, Banter at Barney's live right now. Rocking and rolling. We got the Jags and the Saints tonight. I don't know if we got any Jags fans or Saints fans in the house right now. You know.
Yeah? No?
What are you?
Yeah, what are your
You're Chiefs. Okay, nice.
both of you? Are you is that real?
Everybody's a
Isn't that
Fairweather Chargers
that's
fan,
what I
right?
mean. Isn't that real? Wait, do you guys think so? Okay, you're legit. But okay, so you know the industry plant girl they're saying for Monday night? The like she was like super she was on the camera of the game like losing her mind. Yeah.
She was also a Vikings fan, right?
Yes.
Also a Vikings fan.
So
yeah.
she's an industry plant. How do we feel about this? The script.
It is all in the script for sure. All right, so I've been gone from Banter at Barney's for a second. I had to take a baby hiatus. Baby is 4 weeks old now.
Actually, 4 weeks.
4 weeks on Saturday.
Wow.
So she made it.
She made it.
She made it. So Katya's held it down for the last few weeks.
Yeah, sorry for the shitty quality the last 2-3 weeks.
It's been
But,
all
you
right.
know,
It's been good.
okay.
We're gonna try to step it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Keep on trying to get it a little bit more professional, make it look nice.
We got
I
our
think our feed for the first time looks kind of good.
big boy camera rolling tonight.
Yeah.
It's hot as fuck out here, so it'll be interesting to see what the crowd rolls in today.
Well, that's what you can't see is while we're setting this thing up, it's
Yeah.
90 degrees
Yes.
in the sun, and then
In
once,
October 18th.
and then once it starts, then it's like nice and chill weather.
Right.
I have a sweatshirt behind me.
Yeah,
all
for
these
sure,
different things.
for sure. But it's like No one wants to sit on the patio for at least like the next half an hour. So you guys
Vikings
listen
are
to
a
us.
failed franchise. That's over. And so
Yeah, do you have a secondary team now that we're not trading Kirk Cousins?
I still don't believe that we're not going to trade him. I believe we're going to trade him.
You believe we're going to trade
I
him?
still believe we're going to trade
Why?
him. It's in our best interests.
It's in our best interest, but he has a no trade clause. How do you convince Kirk Cousins to leave Minnesota?
I mean, is he? Yeah, unless maybe his kids like love the school and stuff like that. It wouldn't be that many weeks.
What we found out about Kirk though is he's like very money motivated. So like, how do we?
Well, so a big market team like New York Jets would be a very, very smart move.
Right, there'd have to be some incentive money. Like, I mean, you do win extra. There's like bonuses if you go to the playoffs and whatnot that like the Vikings are not going to get. So maybe that is the move. You're right.
There was some ex-pros. Who was it talking about like how your check isn't a part of the playoffs, so all players basically just make I think $36,000 a game. But then there are obviously some incentives for
okay.
some of the bigger guys. But
That's
very
how
rare.
much they make. 30K, 36K. No, it's not every single person. No way.
That's what they were trying to say on this podcast that I was watching.
Huh.
What I thought was funny about it is those guys were like saying how it sucks in the playoffs when you look at your check. You're like, it's only
Oh, because it's 36 grand. Yeah.
okay.
You're like, all right, bro, shut the fuck up.
36 grand a month or a week.
Yeah.
Like obviously
A day.
We're out here for like Magic Mind, Happy Dad, Rain Energy, Red Bull, Coors Light, any alcohol that would like to sponsor us for $36,000 a week. We're not whining.
We're not whining.
We're not whining.
We would take it.
So with this game, I don't think the Jags are supposed to be good, right?
Yeah, the Jags have been really well. This is what's interesting about this game. Both teams have been a little bit inconsistent. This was the Jags' year to really like come out and break out, have Trevor Lawrence be this unbelievable quarterback that he's supposed to be, which he hasn't had like a bad season, but it hasn't been lights out for this team. And then the Saints have a killer defense and Derek Carr.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And Demario Davis is one of my favorite players. Like to always see him play. He's like the type of guy that I always wish was in our locker room. So I do like to see the Saints.
What is it? Sure. Oh my God. This is my nightmare. Megan in the house.
Yeah. Our favorite Russian in the house. The best. The best.
Wasn't going to drink today, but here we go.
Look at the heels.
What is this? Shout out to Barney's Beanry.
Barney's Beanry has been great to us. They've let us host this out here all
That is
season.
absolutely lovely.
A strong one.
Holy shit. No, it's like very fruity and there's sugar on the rim. Looks amazing.
How do we feel about well, it's not the NFL. That's the whole thing. It's flag football entering the Olympics.
I hate it. What? We're going to bring you on 5. Thank you, though. Thank you for the heads up.
What's that?
They have to roll in 40 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
Our guests have to roll in 40 minutes. It's going to be amazing.
Are they ready to go? They're
Are you guys ready
get
to
on here.
go? Oh, they're ready.
Rock and roll.
Okay.
Let's get our guests out here
Let's
then.
get our guests out here.
They're busy people. They're much more busy than us. They don't need to
You'll
sit
find
here all
them
night.
on CBS Tonight. Airs tonight again. Our boy, Vikings fan Josh Duhamel's show, Buddy Games. All right, Derby girls.
Hey!
Yes. Okay, so we have to be really tight. We've never had. Oh, that's true.
Wait, you scoot in. I can tell.
Okay.
This one's the only sports.
We've never had this many guests on the podcast, so this is so exciting. Okay, so we got
Sitting right here.
a mic here.
Wait.
We got a mic here.
Okay. All right.
We got a mic here.
Damn.
We got a mic here, and we got.
We each get a mic. No.
Why?
Loud enough. Yeah, it's fine.
No, we do need a mic though. You like have to have a mic.
She should have the mic.
No,
We're all getting a
Relax. There's 4 mics here.
I'm
I'm
We're yelling.
the loudest. I'm the loudest.
My favorite part about this was in pre-production. You asked if you could swear, and we're like,
Let's go with the first question.
yeah, we're like, get off network television. Welcome to podcast. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
I know. Truly shocked that they allowed us on network.
Yeah, how did this happen?
Yeah, it wasn't about a lot. pointing the thing. I guess she.
Oh no, you do actually need a
Sorry.
mic.
That's
You
not
need a
why
mic
she
too.
said to not have a mic. That's not why.
Yeah.
I think it's the
It's just that. Shut up!
So
Get off the fucking mic situation.
so Katya today is like, hey, we have some roller derby girls coming on.
Sports.
Is roller sports?
No.
Oh, you're yelling sports.
yelling. That's just, yeah.
No,
the
but
most football
I'm
talk
allowed
you'll
it.
do.
But yeah, that's the thing. So is roller derby in the Olympics?
We wish. We wish.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
So to believe that roller derby is not in the Olympics, but flag football is,
Tell us about it.
That's ridiculous,
we
right?
need, we need to
Let's not
talk
even
about
get
this.
down the
This is an
route
issue.
of what's on ESPN.
Yeah, like cornhole.
Yeah, but that's not like an
cornhole?
Olympic. You're getting like a beer on ESPN when they're playing like cornhole. Like
You know what you could drink a beer
you're not
to?
an Olympic athlete
Roller
with flag
derby.
football, right? Like
Right.
that's a little participation like
Yeah.
trophy situation.
So is it a drinking sport?
Yeah,
For
Viewers,
For fans.
They're like, and after the game.
Oh, you need a mic.
And after the game.
And after, okay.
Okay.
it's not advised. It's frowned upon to drink and then put on roller skates.
But
and then
do
skate
people
around.
actually?
No.
No, because you get fucked. Like actually,
yeah,
really
yeah,
hurt.
yeah.
Like really hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like hockey. It's full contact.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
hitting people really hard and fast. Like you're not.
How long have all of you been playing? Is playing the right term, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
We all started the same year.
2010.
Really?
Yeah.
2010.
Yeah.
That's
And you
when
were all
we
friends before? No. You
No.
all.
They were.
Rachel and I were.
Okay.
And then we met these crazy fuckers when we joined.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you guys get into it?
I went first because a friend of mine was like, I had just quit my job working with her. And
Yes.
I needed a hobby, and a friend of mine
And
was
our
like,
only hobby at the time was like
Happy
partying,
hour.
Drinking.
Yeah,
Happy hour's
so
not
we
a
were like
hobby,
in
it
our
turns
20s.
out.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
I didn't know
It
that.
took
mean,
like 3 months to figure out.
I wasn't aware.
I'm still
3
still
years.
working on it.
We could
Yeah.
pitch it to the Olympic Committee, maybe.
Could.
That's probably
That would
smarter.
probably
we would
Yeah.
also do really well at it. So a friend
Of mine was like, come play roller derby, and I was like, that sounds weird. And then I went, and then I called her when I was pulling out of the parking lot. I was like, this was fucking awesome. You're coming with me to do this. We bought skates a week
Did
later.
you know how to skate?
Yeah,
You must have. You're so good.
She's so full of it.
No. I grew up in Minnesota, so like you just have skates. But I
Like that,
what-
yeah. But,
But
you need,
every
like, serious
time,
skills.
that's true. But every time I go ice skating with my friends out here for Christmas, it's like I don't understand how you actually have no idea how to do this.
No,
It
yeah, we
doesn't-
didn't.
It doesn't calculate. Not that I'm a
fall
great
down
skater.
right away.
Like ice hockey.
Okay, so you're like-
I'm from Massachusetts. I grew up
Yeah.
on ice skates.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So, and when we joined, she had just joined. We joined like a month after her, and then we were all at an event, and we recruited her off of the Santa Monica Promenade.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had moved out here. I hated it out here. I didn't have any friends. I'm
From
from the
where?
East Coast.
Okay.
I mean, she's so approachable.
Yeah, I mean, look at my face. Do you want to be friends with me? Come be friends with me.
Such a sweetheart.
So nobody wanted to be friends with me.
Kind lady.
Okay, yeah. I had no friends. I was miserable. I wanted to move back home. And then these assholes wanted to pet my dog. And then they were like, you seem kind of cool.
Her
And
actual dog. It's not a, like, she had a dog.
It's not
Oh,
like
I
it's not like
assumed that it was an
like a
actual
pit bull.
dog.
It was
I mean,
like-
don't make that assumption. It's roller derby.
yeah,
Yeah. Is there like fake dogs?
I was being dirty. Next question. Was that you? That was your wet pussy joke with a dog.
That's going way over.
Yeah.
Wait,
A pussy being referred to as a dog.
Okay, but that was where the joke ended.
Well, and I said, you know, it's
Wait,
roller
but have
derby,
you ever
so
heard?
it could have been
I've
a
never
sexual.
heard.
no, this all roller derby. There's gonna be a lot of lingo I don't understand.
Don't try. It's fine.
Yeah, there is.
Just leave it.
So how do you feel about the
Thank you.
stigma, like when a roller derby crew comes in, a crew, a team, a squad, a gang, right?
Any of those.
It's like everybody knows there's some badasses entering the place. Is it hard to like live up to that energy all the time? Because I remember seeing it like 2 a.m. television on something,
Yeah,
FX
totally.
-ish
Yeah.
type of television. And it was pretty fun for a while. I didn't know where it kind of went for a second. And now seeing it come back kind of in focus, it's exciting to see.
I think here's why it's not easy. It's not like a thing that we practice. The reason that we all kind of get together and we found each other is because there's really not a lot of people that are like us anyway.
Yeah.
So we're like this all the time. So it's easy to do
yourself.
this.
You know,
Yeah,
just, like,
this is
find
just
your
us.
people,
Yeah.
I can
So do you find like a friend, like maybe like she's in a bar fight, you see her swing and you're like, That might be our next team.
There's a reason why Shaggy was the first person that I called.
Yeah.
Her number in roller derby is 86 because of the number of bars she's been 86th from. I'm not even shitting you. That's literally
Okay,
her
wait.
number.
So how many bar fights have each of you been in?
No. I don't get into the bar fights. I
Okay.
pull her out of them.
Ah,
Would not. Yeah.
I get very, I'm one of those people. We saw a meme where somebody like is drunk and bumps into people and then gets mad at them for touching
Yeah.
them. That was me.
okay.
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask like what your
Now I'm like
trigger is
40
in
and
like
a
a bar
mom.
fight.
And it's
Anything.
different.
She's like a person who, like, we used to go to this bar and she would want to use the photo booth. If somebody was in it, she would be like, arm wrestle me for first right.
Yeah.
And then I would have to do it because she wouldn't actually do it
Yeah.
because she was too drunk
Yeah.
to stand up.
Yeah, true.
There's photos.
We would have
It
to drag her
happens.
out of bars while she's like clinging on to like the door and being like, no. Yeah.
I haven't
Like,
been this
no, you
close to
can't
a
be
frat
here.
in 10 years.
I know. Yeah, and it's us.
I love it. I love to see it.
Yeah.
Bunch of grown women.
I love that in the show they portray us kind of like as these jocks, which is so funny because growing up, pretty much this is the only jock
Yeah.
that we
Okay.
knew.
So
But
you guys have
we're
played
all
sport.
like total dorks.
You were kind of a
And
jock.
like,
It's kind of a jock.
But
And
you're,
you
like,
played
a jock
hockey.
jock.
yeah.
I played everything, but I played hockey through college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to college?
University of Vermont.
Oh, so like that's real fucking hockey.
It's all right.
Hockey. I don't know if football's our
Asshole.
No, she's really fucking good. Right now.
It's just that you
Skated around.
But when I was in school,
She's
Minnesota
incredible.
Gophers, they were for the shit.
It's
for women's
the
hockey.
thing.
I mean, like real good. Devin, yeah.
No, Minnesota, like it's the state of hockey.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's something inherently just athletic about roller derby in so many different aspects.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't like not be an athlete and do roller derby,
That's
right?
true.
It would seem.
I think you can actually.
So you have okay. Like, call out the other teams and be like, "Yo, there's some unathletic."
It's pretty
It's
wild.
disgusting.
I mean,
no,
you
it's
could.
pretty wild because I started skating and like sometimes like you go to practice and you're looking at these people. I'm like this person. Roller derby's a sport, but it's a very different. It brings a lot of non-sports people into a sports situation.
It's
So,
oddly not. There's nothing natural about it, right?
yeah. No.
You're throwing your body around on wheels. It feels really weird
Sounds
when
terrifying.
you first start.
It's fun.
literally
Yeah.
terrifying.
Like bash around. It's like hockey,
Bumper
but almost
cars.
I
like
think-
bumper cars.
I think roller derby is like it brings it brings athletes and like alternative like weirdos together in a really interesting way, and sometimes that person intersects and then you end up with us,
Yeah.
and then you have this like this alt culture sport where it's like really
Ragtaggy.
badass. Like the high level of the sport is fucking cool, but there's also this like really cool approachable like recreational body
How
of the
is it
sport.
approachable? Because it sounds like unbelievably unapproachable.
Because I've watched, and we all have watched over the course of our careers in derby, people walk in off the street who have never put on
And they're
skates
just
before,
curious.
and they're curious about it, and they may not even be great at it, but they do it for years and years and years because they have fun and because it's exhilarating, and you make these great relationships, and the game itself is just like fun to play, and so there's a level for everyone. We happen to all play like at a little bit of a higher level, but like if you're
I'm in a beer league. It's great.
but that doesn't mean
Really
that you're
great.
not really fucking good but it is approachable in that like they will teach you from the ground up. You don't have to come
Got
in
it.
knowing how to skate, and you don't have to
Yeah.
come in having played another sport. Obviously,
But it
if
helps.
it
because
helps.
This one is
if you have.
unbelievable.
You know what derby reminds me of in terms of like when I was in college, a lot of our buddies were rugby players, and you know how rugby teams in college, you don't necessarily need to have played rugby growing up.
Right.
I think now there's more youth rugby, but it's more of like a social camaraderie, like
Yes.
anyone can kind
Yes.
of play, and some people get like derby reminds me a lot of
that makes
rugby
sense.
culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of
There
guys
is
in
a
high
lot-
school.
There's
and
definitely
college
like
that
a
did that.
higher level, like you can play on any team within these leagues. So if you want to play at a competitive level and train, and you have that endurance and the training and the skill set and all that, you can be at that level. But it's generally inclusive in that you can play at any level.
Honestly, there's always been a phrase that like we always say in roller derby, which is roller derby saved my soul, and that's totally true.
Cute.
Like
Love that.
I was miserable here.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it. I didn't
I
get
don't know what
West
you're
Coast
talking
culture.
about. You look so approachable and happy.
I'm just so. Am I happy now?
Oh, yeah, look at
I'm
Rachel now.
I'm
Yeah.
so
We're going to
good
pitch you
now.
for come since roller derby.
Don't
I'm
lie.
like, in a Viking shirt too. Like
know.
an actual Viking, not
Oh, okay, yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, what? I was like, no, like a
like a
actual-
Viking.
But yeah, I mean, It's a Viking sport for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So wait, now from what I understand, it's somewhat of it's a race, right? But it's a team-based thing.
It's a
like,
full
is there
contact
rules,
race.
and what is the point?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's winning look like?
There's basically like we describe it easily as like 2 human balls. And everybody else on the
It's
track
like the running
plays
game in
off
football.
of-
To break it down for you guys, when
Yeah.
you get through to get points, it's kind of like the running game in football, except it'd be if both we're playing offense, everyone's playing offense and defense at the same time.
Right.
So it's like there's a jammer from each team with a star on their head. They start a little bit back behind the group of blockers, which is called the pack. The star on the head would be the running back.
So they're the
position.
running back.
Yep.
Okay.
So the whistle blows and the pack start going, and the goal is for one of the jammers to get through the pack. The goal for both jammers is to get through the pack, but the one that gets through first is awarded what's called lead jammer. But while you're trying to get through the pack, obviously the blockers are trying to stop you, right?
Right.
So that's
and
where
at
the
the
hitting
same
comes in.
time,
Okay.
so like there's 4 blockers from each team. They're playing offense and defense. So 3 of the blockers on my team might be trying to stop the other jammer, the other running back.
Yep.
And then they'll send one to play offense and make holes, and you know.
So is like your
Essentially-
strongest blocker at the front, which would be like the end zone.
They're all
Sometimes.
no,
You
they're
have to play within a certain amount of feet.
proximity
between
zone.
feed everyone
And
else.
you're always going left, right? It's a circle.
Yeah,
always
thing.
going left.
So that's
You-
where it's like it's an
you
endless
have it in-
loop of field in a
It's
sense.
an
So-
endless loop to some extent. There's an engagement zone and like proximity rules. It's part of like the like technical like way that the game is laid out. You can't chase somebody the entire lap. You have to stay within the engagement zone of the other blockers.
Okay.
But like what she's saying about the jammers both vying for lead, what they're vying for is actually control of the clock. So when you get designated lead, the reason why you're playing offense and defense at the same time is because you want to control the amount of time that you have to score.
Because you have to reset.
I just felt like my wife when I'm telling
when
her
you're talking about
football.
sports, yeah.
For the first time ever with a sport, I actually am like, wait,
yeah.
You feel
Go
like
sports.
every partner who doesn't play derby.
but this I like it. So it's so technical. There's a
Yeah,
lot happening at the same
It's
time.
really once you watch a few jams, you'll start to pick up on like
I've
how
watched it before, and I
works.
remember like liking a team and knowing what was happening.
Yeah.
But it was a decade ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So after the jammer gets out, you know, the initial lap, she skates. You keep skating around, and once you skate around the next time, from then going forward, every opposing blocker you pass, you get 1 point.
Gotcha.
That's how you score points.
That's how
Okay.
you score.
And
points.
what is a good score?
Yeah.
It's like basketball scores. It's like triple digits usually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like totally in the game, because the game's broken down into 2-minute playing increments called jams.
Okay.
They can be up to 2 minutes, but the person that's in control can stop the jam at any time. So
stop the
it
points
can
from
go
the
any
other
to
jammer.
stop the other jammer from
Oh.
scoring points. So let's say I get out and I get lead, and I'm coming around and I'm going to score every person I pass. If their jammer by that point has also gotten out and is about to score, you can stop it. So I can score
then
a couple,
reset.
And
and
at
then
what-
a whole new pack comes out.
At like what score? Like you won by this much. When it's like a rival team, where you're like, well, we blew them out.
Oh well,
blowout
our team actually holds the record for the biggest blowout in our like organization
Oh my
Okay.
God.
history.
Cherry City?
No, Sacred
At Culver City
2016.
game.
No, Sacred 2016 at playoffs. It was like 614 to 51 or
Yeah, but we
something.
beat Cherry
never
City
happened.
6-14 to 0, and it was sanctioned at
Yeah.
our warehouse.
Did we?
Yes.
Was that sanctioned?
Yes.
To zero.
But it wasn't a playoff
That's
game, so I wasn't
brutal.
counting it.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but
You
in a
had to play
playoff,
if this
yeah.
But that's
Were
like
you
an
playing
anomaly.
children?
That's not normal. Like a
not
normal,
fair. It's unfair.
like a close game.
It was
of
a
course,
very
there's.
good team. They were very aggressive.
They were brand new.
What do we call the newbies?
You're like, let's fuck them up.
Fresh meat.
New recruits.
We used to call them
Fresh
fresh
meat.
meat.
Oh, we used to?
That's not allowed anymore.
Yeah, we're trying to be a little bit better about that.
Call people meat.
yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's these horrible men that I came from that culture.
Yep.
You,
Yeah.
you
Amazing.
basically
Trying to
Melissa
combat
here.
you've
that.
appropriated my culture by saying
Me
fresh
and
meat.
you.
Yeah.
I'm like, fresh meat.
She just
I'm old
watched Fresh
school.
Meat. I was like, oh god.
But if a score is like within 20 points between two teams, that's a close game.
that's a close game.
Okay.
I'd
Between-
say even 40.
Yeah.
40 you can
I-
write
Wow.
up pretty fast.
Because the thing is you're like you can score like 4 points per pass, right? So like one.
So it adds up
one
really
pass,
quickly.
Like a penalty
it
could
adds up
really
quickly.
screw you.
Yeah.
So 20
Two
points
penalties
helps win the
back
game.
Got it. So that you are dealing with 20-point swings.
Yes.
That's,
Yeah.
that's
Wow.
Very
Yeah,
much
yeah,
so.
that's
If you go out
Yeah.
for, if you have like a big jam and the opposing jammer gets a penalty and goes to the box, you could have a jam that's like 25-0 in 2
because it's a
minutes.
power jam.
But
So
also, I'm sure that all of us have been in a like a game where we've lost by a point.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
Oh, God.
Why is this not an Olympic sport?
thank you.
What are we talking
First of
about?
all, I don't.
Yeah, this
I-
is way more
I
way more
think
fun. We're talking about
it's
like
way more fun.
bringing people
Baton
together.
throwing.
I would
whatever.
argue that it would be. I would argue first of all that women's team sports in the Olympics are not treated like they don't deserve us. They're historically not treated well. Women's individual sports are celebrated in the Olympics. Women's team sports
Team
are not.
sports.
Why are you not in the X Games?
That is
That
what I
is
would
a good
argue
question.
for. I think that
Or the
this is a
Ocho.
sport that belongs
X Games could
in the X
actually
Games.
needs you.
Yeah,
Or
I
like
agree with
Nitro
that.
Circus or
Totally.
something.
I
agree with
totally
that.
agree with that. And I think that that's the place for a sport like this. I think we would have like
It's
amazing
also like
fans.
completely run by us. It's the only sport that's created,
grassroots,
run.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Yeah.
like everything about it is by the skaters for the skaters. So
Whoa, that's
Well,
there's
okay, do
rivalries
you
in
think
that
that
then.
Buddy Games
Oh,
is
it
giving
got
you guys a
messy.
platform to like expand the sport?
I mean,
Or no?
I don't know that it's given us a platform to expand the sport that we
I don't
didn't.
know. I think people are
No,
like.
it's too subculture.
There's honestly
it's like
urban-
it's
Yeah,
like
it's
most
like a-
steelers going to Hollywood
Yeah,
and saying they like
yeah.
it.
It's
It's
like
like
a
no.
sub, it's like a sub within a sub. It's like reality show and this like
Right.
weird thing that we're. What it is really cool is that it does bring out like the Derby fans to watch the
need
show.
some-
I
Sure.
will
Yeah.
say
Which is
though,
rad.
if people are
Text
like,
Danica?
if a few people watch and they're like, oh my god, Derby, what is that? And they join, how awesome.
Win. That's a win.
Let us know. Oh my god. If somebody joined
Yeah.
because they saw us, I'd be so stoked.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that I love.
We would love to
Yeah.
hear that.
The other thing that we really like about being on the show is that like you don't often see women like us on TV. And
Yeah.
so like when we sat down, they were like, why is this important to you? And we were like, honestly, if we had seen women like us on TV, that would have been pretty cool. And we
Totally.
haven't. So we hope like some little girls see us and go like, oh, that's an okay to be a woman. That's an okay way to be a
Right.
woman.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do that. Because there's so many of these like there's an overrepresentation of a certain kind of woman on TV.
100%.
Yeah.
Especially in reality TV.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and it's always fun because one, I think like everything's so expansive where you all probably grew up at some point. And you're like, I'm the only person like me.
Like
Totally.
yeah,
And then
100%.
There's actually millions
Yeah.
like each other.
And then we
it's
find each
everyone's
other.
a
And then we
niche.
found each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we walked into that house and, clearly
You
our
didn't
energy was
move.
very big.
Yeah.
We scared a lot of people. Apparently, episode 1.
Right after that.
Nobody wanted to
Let's
make an
hear the
alliance
tea.
with
I hear
us.
there's some drama.
There's
Like
so
you guys.
much
Oh,
hate-
my god, there's so much drama.
We
even
didn't want
after
any
the
of
show.
that.
What is
didn't
reality
want
show?
anything.
You ever watched a reality show?
No.
Come on.
We flew in blind. We flew in blind.
We're very bad at
flew in
reality.
very
Have you ever met a
Everyone universally
producer?
was like, no, I've
come
never seen a
on.
reality show.
No, we've
We've
seen them.
seen it, but we don't like watch the games.
We're not like students of
But we
the
didn't watch like
game.
Survivor.
Oh, you
the
gotta
challenge.
watch-
It was
Never
really
seen
You didn't
Survivor.
study?
Wait a minute.
No.
To
We
be
didn't know what. Okay,
clear,
we didn't
we're
know
not
what we were
morons.
on. We didn't know.
Had
what
you
we were
seen the
going
movie?
on.
We
Yes,
We didn't
watched-
even know.
We didn't know. We watched the movie 2 days before we flew out because they didn't tell us.
us.
Oh,
what
they
the
didn't
show
tell you what
was.
it
Yeah,
was.
that's what we're very
Oh.
excited about.
Yeah. Also, to be clear, like I don't watch Survivor, Big Brother, but we know what that is. We know the alliances,
Yeah.
the backstabbing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We were
But there's
very
strategy.
specific under the impression that this was not
that
supposed to
show.
be that
We
kind
were
of show.
told
As in
that
we
it
were
wasn't that kind of
specifically
show.
told
Because it's like buddy
it
games,
was
like
not
we're
gonna be
friends.
like-
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Yay.
You put a camera and mic in front of anybody, it becomes an ego Olympics.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
But
Yeah.
for us, we were like, oh my god, we get to go on vacation and do dumb shit together.
Wait, where did you
and like
film?
not be bothered.
Columbia.
Columbia outside
Shut
of
up.
Bogota.
Bogota, yeah.
Yeah.
So anybody out there that's like, why can't they swim 2 feet? We were at like 9,000 feet.
9,500.
Elevation was
Denver's
crazy.
Denver's 5,500. It was
Yeah.
9,500.
Could not breathe.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Wait, did we say? Did I miss this? Was I filming Megan getting bottle service at Barney's Beanry?
The bucket is up here.
At 5:30 at a Thursday.
But how did you even start the casting process?
Every week.
This one right here.
Are you in casting?
I used to be.
Yeah,
way back when.
there's always one.
So, because I was way back when.
Were you a casting
friend reached
director?
out, I was.
Okay. What casting?
Which shows?
Which?
Like 100.
No. What agency or what
It
company?
wasn't an agency. We were a third party. So
Okay.
it's just my name.
Do you know Joe
can use me.
Brundage?
Yes.
I helped create Hey Joe.
Oh my god.
I've worked with
haven't
Joe
worked
forever.
in casting
Yeah.
in like.
So I've
years.
dabbled in casting.
Decade.
It's like a very particular like
Type.
yes.
Yeah.
yes.
And
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. Casting directors are some of the most unique people I've ever met in my
Uh-huh.
entire
Very nice of you.
Yeah.
Thank
But it
you.
is it's
Say it.
like no, it's very particular and they're very
one's
good
ever
at what
told me.
they do. And like nobody else in the world could do it and you have to be like a certain way. And I don't know what it is. That is the niche, but you're like, oh, you're so fucking good at what you do, but you're so particular at the
I
same
really
time.
think it's like you can talk to
Anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can talk to anybody and, I
And
do.
read people.
Yes, it's
Really
about
good at
reading people. It's exactly
Very
about
judgy.
reading people.
Also
yeah.
judgy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that is in the personality
is.
trait, but there she is.
But there I am.
Yeah.
It's her whole face.
But an old buddy of mine, reached out and they were like, "Hey, we are looking for this kind of group of friends, blah blah blah. Like, I feel like you know this group. I feel like you would know someone. It was very specific." And I was like, "Well, what's the show?" I would never consider going on the show after having worked in reality, but he told me about the show, and I was like, sounds kind of fun. I was like, so like adult summer camp? I was like, okay. I was like, is there any like, do we have to do crazy shit to our friends? Like, I'm not down with
Yeah.
that. They were like,
Like
no,
pranks
you
and
go
stuff.
with your friends,
Okay.
you compete with your friends, this and that. And I was like, oh my God, that sounds fun. So I sent a text message to them, and I just wrote, hear me out, ...
Which
And
like
then
we
I-
all want to get tattooed now.
Oh, I love that.
How we
Yeah,
started
yeah.
this journey.
And then this bitch got like busy with her kids and let us hang for like 3 hours. Just
And we were like, oh my God, I forgot about that. We were like, what are you talking about?
yes, we're here.
Yeah, just the ...
And I was like,
did I
oh
say?
my God, I
Happening?
forgot.
We're
I'm
listening
so
now.
sorry.
Yeah.
So then I said, there's this
6
thing
hours later.
casting. I was like, listen, it sounds like a shit show. It sounds really fun.
And we get to go to Columbia.
we
didn't know. We had no idea.
We had no idea where.
We found out
Anything.
24 hours before we left that
Where we were going.
So that's actually pretty cool because like
Or what we were
we have a
doing.
host that was just on Fuckboy Island and like they filmed in the valley and it's like Fuckboy Island. Come on. They're like in like Woodland Hills. You know what I mean? They're like
That's not
you're
that
going to an
cute.
island and you're like it's Woodland Hills.
Uh-huh,
Like
yeah,
this
really.
sucks.
Fuck this.
That's amazing.
Oh, we thought it was gonna be like, oh, we were like trying to figure out where we were going.
I told
It's
them,
gonna
I
be
was like,
so
I
exciting.
swear to fucking God, if it's LA, I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yes.
saying.
Yeah.
They're going to just pick us up and drive us into the Hollywood Hills.
They're like, here you
No,
go,
they're
here's
just
your
on like
house.
a set at Burbank.
Drive us to Van Nuys.
But everyone's shocked that we filmed in Columbia because it
I know.
very much looks like
Wisconsin.
backwoods. Yeah.
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 Huh. Do you think that Josh Duhamel just wanted to vacation in Columbia?
No, because
No.
it was not a vacation.
No.
It was an
We
aggressive.
didn't
I
have
think him, like the
plumbing.
rest of us, was pretty.
Come
happy to
on,
get
you
the fuck
know
out
he
of
had
there.
like some, and he's like awesome South Dakota, but like you know he had some nice trailer like situation,
No, we
right?
saw
I
it.
don't think
Oh.
He
so.
He had a
parked it.
trailer.
He
He
had a
parked it
trailer.
there.
Yeah.
It was not nice. The
Oh.
drive to and from where we were shooting was almost
No,
2
he
hours.
was super down to earth and like.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, the best.
he was
Like,
so
Yeah.
he
great.
was in the mix. You know, there's hosts who kind of like show up, leave, don't
Yeah.
talk to cast, whatever. Not
No,
Josh.
he was in it with us. I mean, and he would show up. He'd do all of.
He
He'd vet all
loved
of
it.
them.
Nice.
It's just his baby.
Yeah,
it's
it's his
his
show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he really
No,
wanted
he
this
loved,
made.
He would just show up and be like, "Hey guys, what are we doing?"
Hey, buddies!
tonight?"
We're like, "Fuck you, Josh! Let us sleep."
My knees, my hips.
Did he blow that bugle at like 6 in the morning? We were like, "No!" They don't
Yeah.
show. We're all like in bed, like, "No!"
I know they only show like a few of the times of us reacting, but sometimes he'd be standing outside just like practicing, like.
Just to be a dick.
He couldn't get it. That bugle was a real bugle.
He got better as the show went on
Oh
for
my
sure.
God.
So
Like,
remember the one where they were like, "Derby Squad, are you ready?" And we went, "No!" And they were like, "You have to retake that again. We can't use that. You legally have to say yes."
Wait, really? Yeah. He's like this. You have to.
We were like, I don't even know if we talked about that before him, and he was like, "Derby Squad ready?" I went, "No."
we were like the petulant children.
They were
no.
constantly yelling at us.
I kind of hated summer camp, so like, props to you guys for going, because that description, I'd be like, fuck no.
We've
See you
never
later.
been.
I mean, one of the
I've
first.
I've never been. Yeah.
We immediately asked, like, is there going to be alcohol? And they said yes. They
Oh,
did.
okay.
I'm like, yeah. I mean, we wouldn't
Okay.
have gone to summer camp without alcohol.
Yeah.
So that's summer
So
camp.
we do have some good comments on here.
Oh,
Okay.
We got people yelling Derby Squad. We said, "Oh my God, biggest fan of the Derby team."
It's just Coco.
Buddy Gang.
Oh.
I see you, Shushami Bomb,
so my derby name is Tsunami Bomb.
Tsunami Bomb, and then Cherry City.
Ah,
And then let Melissa talk the sport.
She knows. Let's go. Let Melissa talk sport.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the only reason we bring her around.
Okay.
We don't know anything about sport.
Oh, like sports in general.
Yeah, like, they're like, we're going on a sports podcast. I'm like, fuck
Okay,
yeah.
I
They're like,
saw
talk
your-
about Derby. I'm like,
I saw.
Gotcha.
I saw your New England Patriots hat. That
Fuck
looked
yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool vintage.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously big Pats fan being from.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
stray. I'm everything Boston.
Yeah, that checks out.
And I'm 43. I'm 43 years old, so I'm a legit Pats fan. Like the first half of my life, they
was
were
shitty.
dog shit. So,
Right. Yeah, but that I don't. No, it's not. It's
And she's proud of it.
Not okay because
She's upset and happy. At the
you
same time.
also got to have a parade for like like 13 years.
Yeah, we
That
did,
is
but now
true.
we're back to being dog shit again, and we let the greatest,
Okay,
we're
Vikings fans. So
So they don't want to talk about
we
this.
don't talk
They don't
about
wanna
this.
talk about
We
this.
have never seen a ring. We continue to not see a ring. Are there people on it? That's so exciting. Okay, what Boston sports? So give us like a rundown of Boston sports for this.
push you.
Obviously, the Patriots are a no, but how are the Celtics looking this year?
Patriots are fucking terrible.
Yep.
The Celtics are
Somebody get a
so
coffin
stoked
for
because the
Shu.
Bucks were looking like, after they landed Dame, looked like they were going to be the best. Now
Right.
we have Drew Holiday, and I think
You guys got Drew.
we got Drew.
I love Drew.
We got Drew, Porzingis if he can
UCLA.
stay healthy, Jaylen Brown, and of course Jason Tatum. So I think we're looking good. And Harden's not showing up to. He's not reporting to Philly.
Yeah, he's
so it's like
done.
pound sand guy.
He's just done.
So Celtics, I think, are our number one.
Okay.
Bruins, we'll see. Who knows? I mean, they lost Patrice Bergeron, who was like our leader forever, and so we'll see. I mean, they always fall short in the playoffs.
What?
And then the Sox, who the fuck knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah. What do you do with Bill Belichick?
Dude, I
Like, what is the solution here?
hit the road.
Is it done?
Yeah, I mean,
who's done that?
I've always been Tom over Bill anyway.
Okay.
I mean, I do think there was a
I mean, he
combination
kind
of
of
the two of us,
showed that it was
but Bill
true, right?
proved it, Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bill was like, I can win with any quarterback in the top 15, and he's done nothing but like he literally, and he's just his football style's like 1980s. Like he's
Right.
a defensive-minded coach, like a grump. He doesn't know how to. I think he's done.
Well, and now
Sure.
we have a whole new league of players that are really looking for that coach that comes in as like a friend,
Of
a
course,
buddy,
yeah.
a buddy game.
Yeah.
They're not looking for that hard nose, like you don't fucking show up. Like
Exactly.
they don't want that anymore.
He doesn't relate to them, and I think
Yeah.
he's lost the room. Like you need those young guys,
That's good for
Mike
college coach.
McDaniel
They
and
can
Sean
still-
McVay and all
yeah.
those guys. They're better with them.
Okay, I have like a really weird crush on Mike McDaniel. Who's like,
Oh my God!
I know.
What's that?
I have a weird crush on Mike
What does it
McDaniel.
mean?
Mike
The
McDaniel.
Miami Dolphins
The
coach.
dork that coaches
Oh,
Miami.
really?
It's the weirdest thing in the entire. Thank you.
Are you excited right now?
I was so. I know because I have like we can have a weird type.
She's got a crush on him
All
too.
ego.
I think it's
Swaggy
I
guy.
think it's swag.
Pull up a photo. Pull up a photo.
Yeah. Of Mike McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel looks like an
you
accountant.
too.
I
He's
mean,
a
like
brilliant
your typical
offensive
accountant.
mind. So he
likes
But he's all personality. He's just swag.
That's
Stable. He has swag.
Yeah.
He has swag, which a receiver
He
does.
does not
bring
look
him
like he
home
has
to
swag.
mom.
He looks like he plays video games.
no,
in his
he's-
basement.
Is he a dull white guy?
He's
Show
such
me.
a loser.
Show
Yes,
me.
yes. He's like such a loser.
He's a dork.
Show me.
Oh my God.
Shoes out.
What?
Is he like a pasty Scott? Oh my God. Say what?
See?
Okay, no, I see it though.
Right.
I don't want to agree with you, but it's happening.
No.
The glasses
Is
are
he
a little
tall
creepy.
though?
I mean, he was a receiver. I actually don't know how tall he is. So.
What pro sports
doesn't know
team
what
would
a
you love
receiver
to
is.
strap on skates and play against?
I actually got to train Martellus Bennett.
No way.
For like a segment for his Yahoo Sports show that he was doing.
Oh,
for a
that's so
while.
cool.
So like she actually wasn't in LA at the time, which was a bummer.
It was when he was on the path.
Well,
Yeah,
obviously
and
it was
when
great
he was
after
on the Patriots.
after the training. He was great, but how bad did he suck?
Oh,
at
he
it?
was terrible. Like, there's video. You can look it up on the internet. But he was such a great sport about it.
Okay.
Like, he was so fun to
Honestly,
work with.
Showing people who don't know how to skate how to play derby right off the bat is like our favorite.
Oh,
so
fun.
fun.
And like,
Because like you have to follow
But
constantly.
also like
Imagine-
super athletic. People are like, I got
Yeah.
this, and then you
Yeah.
eat shit for like
No,
6
Mark
hours.
Thomas, I
Right.
think he did like a ton of things in the offseason where he took like ballet classes.
That's why
and
he
like,
did
yeah,
derby
yeah,
as
yeah.
part of this
Yeah.
series
Yes.
that he did. Yeah.
I
Okay,
think
cool.
it'd be fun with a women's team. Let's go with the Aces. I would put the Aces on skates and have like,
Yeah.
a blast with them.
They're way too tall.
I know.
That
But height's not your advantage, though.
Height's an advantage. I'm very tall.
Are
it's
you
an
not
advantage.
like they're like
Yeah, that's different.
Because then you
Yeah.
put skates
Okay,
on, it
well,
gets
It
crazy.
gets well if you've got control over your limbs, you've got control over your
Yeah.
limbs. But you can really like race across that track a little bit faster.
Got
It's
it.
like all about like how fast you can really move with those limmy ass
I was
limbs.
saying
Yeah.
how fun it would be after buddy games wraps to like break up into teams and we each train athletes from different sports.
oh, that's
And we
fun.
make them play
then-
each other.
Yeah.
You're casting
my
a whole
God.
new show.
Can you-
You're
that would be
casting a
So
show.
fun.
It would
Like
it
a
would be great.
football player, a dancer, a this,
Yeah.
that.
That's hilarious.
Because who would be the best? I would assume like I feel like
Whoever-
a dancer or a gymnast would be
So
the best.
we've
We've had a couple
gymnasts.
Yeah.
We've had some
Yeah.
gymnasts. We've had some basketball players that have done really well.
Yeah.
We've had soccer players that do really well.
Yeah, that's coordination.
Yeah, there's-
yeah.
Ice hockey's not allowed.
yeah,
That's
that makes
cheating.
sense.
It's a different thing.
She still skates like she's holding a stick.
Yeah, you do.
That checks out.
You'll
That's
never
like a
leave
hockey.
that.
Yeah.
Also, actually, she walks like
She
that
stands
too.
like
so
she's
it doesn't
holding
matter.
That's a hockey thing, yeah.
No, roller
Can't
skates.
change
So
it.
like you said, you've ice skated Minnesota. So I grew up on ice skates. You put on the roller skates, like all the metal, like the hardware that keeps these. Dude, it's like having boats on your feet. They're so heavy. They're so
I
heavy.
didn't think
They're
about
not that
that.
heavy anymore. She just hasn't bought new skates
Have
in
you
like
ever-
15 years.
1912.
Like we all have lighter skates now,
Yeah,
and
okay,
she's
but
still
nobody
skating on the
skates
same.
and
Those
she
are the
has
ones
like
that
she
got
bought
that
brand
fall.
new.
They don't know. They don't know that hockey.
They're
they
from
don't-
the
They clearly
1920s.
don't know hockey skates because
Yeah.
you can take the lightest plastic plate from a
That's
roller rink, and
true.
hockey skates are still a third of the weight.
But also with the way the wheels are sort of structured, if you
Yeah.
hit like a weird, you can clip and just completely lose it and eat shit.
my
So it's
God.
not an inline, you know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
balance is really different.
Yeah.
But you definitely have an edge if you grew up skating. You'd be great. So we'll
Yeah.
just sign you up.
Oh no.
Oh my God, yeah.
I think I was surprised to find the most similarities of like cold people sports. Cold
people sport.
What was with
like winter sports?
That's awesome.
Like or East Coast?
I'm gonna say
My heart
Thought
is
you
so
meant, like,
cold.
mean
It's like
people.
ice skating and
like
skiing
winter.
I like cold people sports. I'm gonna start using that.
Please don't do it.
is skiing. Skiing's actually like
That
the
makes
way
sense.
Yes.
the way
Yeah.
that you shift your
Cross-country
weight.
skiing,
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
the way that you're shifting your weight, the way you're using
Pizza,
the outside,
yeah, yeah,
inside
yeah.
of your feet. Like that's really similar to how you like move on roller
And you
skates.
grew up in the culture of it, I feel like, too, with like...
Is skiing the cold people
Well,
sports?
well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The cold people
Super
sports?
natural.
Well, so, Melissa, I want to know
grew
about
up here.
cousins.
What do you mean? What do you want to know about
I
him?
don't know.
You
I-
guys want to get rid of him? I'll give you Matt.
Carmen
I'll turn him straight
Boatwright
up.
wants
Let's
to know
just
about
go.
cousins.
Would you take Mac Jones for cousins?
I think
Mac
they're-
Jones, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll give him to you.
We do it.
I don't like cousins at all, but I'm just like, poor
would
Mac.
just-
is
The
getting-
biggest Kirk Cousins fan in the
Oh,
world.
yeah?
Yeah, biggest.
I'd take him over Mac. I think Mac's just, they've broken him, so I think a fresh start would be great for the kid. Just
The only
send him
reason
out, give him Jefferson.
only reason I want to get rid of cousins is one, it's over.
Yeah.
I already know it's over. The breakup's
time.
happening.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I just want to get a little value for him, so I'd love to have a younger guy.
Yeah,
we'll
They're
do
the
it.
same
Switch
person.
it up. Give Mac Jones Justin Jefferson. He's never had a single weapon in his life. He
Yeah.
just soaks. Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
Wait, I love that. Okay.
And then we got love from the Derby squad from Seattle.
Who's Madeline?
Madeline
Oh,
Lewis?
anyone?
It's someone we don't know.
Hi, Matt. You're the president of our fan club.
It's probably definitely
Nailed it. You guys have merch yet?
No,
but we
You
want
need
to.
merch. You need merch. We
Do
can
you think
help
we
you.
would sell more than 5 T-shirts?
Yes.
We recently
Well, you got
started
6 right here,
Cameo.
right?
Yeah, I'll say we'll buy the first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all thought we were gonna be like, oh yeah, Buddy Games, reality TV, it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna get like all these new fans, and then we forgot that we live in LA and like throw a
Nobody
rock.
cares.
People have all been on reality TV. We have gotten noticed collectively like 4 times, and every time I think
if
we
you go to the
frighten
Midwest,
fans
though,
way
I got the
more.
Well,
opposite of
and
this.
people in LA don't watch the type of cable television. that
100%.
So my parents
Yeah.
might actually know all y'all.
Yes,
Real
Right.
celebrities walking
But
around.
nobody here
Nobody
watches
would.
this.
Melissa and I
Yeah,
went to a wedding up near Visalia, like 4 hours away, and we got recognized
That's our
twice.
spot.
Right.
That's
Right,
right.
no, I mean,
Victoria, what's up? So we go to Australia. We're cooking with gas here.
if you go to Midwest, they'll be like, oh my
yeah.
God.
Oh my
that's
We will
gross. Oh my
come.
God.
Someone invite us.
we are going.
You should
Let's
do a
it.
bar night,
I'm
like
in.
take over
I
a
love a bar
bar
night.
somewhere in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Whoever's watching in the Midwest, and then invite us.
in.
We'll be there.
Or
That's really
Canners
fun.
at 2 a.m. That's the other place we were
They
known.
love us
love
at
us.
Kenner's.
Yes.
Your fan Madeline recently got into hockey. She says, "Go Seattle Kraken."
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I loved that expansion
Yeah.
in the NHL.
Is that new?
They do,
Do you
well.
think that
Vegas
there's-
did well as an expansion.
Yeah.
And the Kraken, the way that they do well.
Isn't Kraken a drug?
It's a large
what do you-
octopus.
what's a-
It's a
what is a
large
kraken?
octopus.
It's an octopus.
That's just crack. You're thinking of crack.
Oh, I'm
You've
thinking
lived
of
in LA too
kratom.
long.
I'm thinking of kratom.
What is that?
It's
What
like
is
this
that?
nootropic, new kind of drug, kratom. All the bros take it.
It's like the new DMT thing.
It's
Joe Rogan.
testosterone for the bros
It's
in
more
the
like
gym.
it's more in the vein of like lion's mane. You're familiar with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are they putting
But
it
it's
in
a
like
little bit more druggy than lion's mane.
Like you can
mean,
get
it's
high.
It's more addictive.
Lion's Mane is in like
Oh.
every third product at Whole
I
Foods.
know.
Yeah, Air One.
I know. Yeah, it's crazy. Some Rishi and Lion
Such
Bane.
bros. I'm surprised I don't know any of this.
No,
No.
me neither.
How do you feel about NFL expansion? Do you think that it's on the horizon?
I think it's gotta be.
Actually?
I don't know. I mean, they're talking. I think there's markets like the NFL is huge. Obviously, they're trying to expand like fandom in Europe and
Internationally,
stuff.
yep.
My girlfriend's actually from Germany.
Okay. Oh, for the
And-
Frankfurt game this weekend?
Oh no, yeah, we're not going.
You're not going,
Unfortunately,
okay.
but now I'm happy I didn't spend $7,000 million to watch my team get.
But
bent
she's looking
over.
for a sponsor.
But we were in Germany recently, but if you would like to sponsor me, I'll go.
She's also
And,
looking for Patriots season tickets.
Yeah, Patriots. I was on CBS. Let's work. Let's
Oh my
work.
god, that episode. So Pageant Queens is the other team, right? And we really bonded with the Pageant Queens, 3 of them. And
Oh, there's
Distinction, the
drama.
distinction, just the 3 of them.
There's
Just
drama.
And,
What happened to the fourth?
So Melissa stood up at one
Voted
point.
out.
Voted out. Melissa stood up at one point and said, I was thinking about being a pageant queen, think I got what it takes. And what did you say about the
I don't know, I
tickets?
said something. I'm like, I'll do it if I get season tickets for the Patriots. If I win, I don't know. Like, I kept dropping the Patriots because it's a CBS show. And
Yeah,
most of our games,
yeah.
I'm like, let's go. Let's make something work
You're
here.
like, Robert
I've heard
Kraft,
nothing.
what the
You kidding
fuck?
me?
Robert
I'm like,
Kraft.
we can't give tickets away right now. You're 1 in 5.
Yeah.
Give me the tickets. I'll
You'll
Run
do
it up.
what? You'll do what was that?
rally the troops.
What is
I don't
that?
know.
What's
I'll
happening
go
with your
pretend
hand?
that shit's great.
What is a rodeo? You'll do
I
something
think
Yeah.
she was
rodeo?
taking, or it's a
What is the
helicopter.
hand movement? Okay.
But anyway, what I was
that's
gonna say
Hollywood.
is even in small villages in Germany during wine festivals, tons of the young dudes there have on NFL shit. Like,
Interesting.
God.
Wow.
Yeah.
What, do they have a team that's...
I actually, when I was there, I saw a Saints hat. I brought up the Pats because I think they used to like the Pats, and now they all laugh because they're like, "Fuck the Pats," they suck. And I'm like, well, unfortunately, they're your
Yeah.
team because they're one
Right.
of Germany's teams.
They probably follow players more
They
than teams,
do.
right?
They
Yeah.
love players more. Like a bunch of guys definitely like
Patrick
like, I started rooting
Mahomes.
for the Bucks. Like, yeah, they love
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. So, but yeah, so I'm like, I don't know. I feel like the NFL, there's markets that they like. I feel like San Diego, the Chargers never should have left. Is in my opinion.
know,
Just because
yeah.
fan-wise. And yeah, there's other markets. I'm like, and the.
But does it make sense internationally? Because, like, if you think of,
No.
like, a Los Angeles flight to even London,
Yeah, no, I don't think it makes sense to
long.
have
God,
teams there
totally.
permanently.
I know.
Unless they did like an NFL Europe again that people actually watch. But like, yeah, I don't think they could. No.
I think Mexico City is going to happen. That's what
Yeah.
I
That
know,
would
like maybe
make
Mexico
sense.
City, or when they talked about moving the Bills to Toronto a while
Yeah,
back,
that
like
would make
something like
sense.
that would make a
Yeah.
lot of sense.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vancouver maybe? That'd
Yeah,
be fun.
that'd be cool.
For all the cold sports.
Cold sports.
Cold sports.
All
Cold
the
sports.
cold sports
Cold
people.
sports.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Ice cold.
Super Bowl in London? That'd be kind of fun. Wait,
No
I kind of like
way.
that.
The Super Bowl can never not be in the U.S.
No, but
freezing.
I know. I was gonna say like that. I mean,
We can't give them the Super
it'll be
Bowl.
No, we
freezing and
can't.
miserable.
We
I
can't.
know they have enough.
I get mad when Taylor Swift goes over there. Let NFL.
She's yours now, so.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, we're happy to have her. I'm a Swiftie.
No, we're not.
Do you think that's real?
No.
Oh God, no! It's sponsored by Pfizer. Are you
Okay,
kidding
that's
me?
what I thought.
Pfizer,
I was like, people
my,
really
my
get into
biggest,
this, and it's clearly
my
like
love of
a-
the conspiracy of that is the Jets. Did you know the Jets conspiracy around Taylor Swift?
I love that you just looked at me.
I don't know.
She doesn't know what, she doesn't know who the Jets are. Yeah.
It's like, I love West Side Story.
Let me tell you.
She should try to point out the guy that she
No,
liked, and you're like,
so she
that's
went to
not my guy.
the Jets Chiefs game on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
But prior, her PR team was like sifting through some really bad press that she was the highest consumer of jet fuel. And so when you Google Taylor Swift jets, it was like she's like the biggest consumer of that.
It won't
So
come up on
then-
Jets anymore. It comes up on the team.
So now
not
it's
her.
the team. So now if you Google Taylor Swift jets, it's like a bazillion pictures of Taylor Swift at the Jets
I
game.
actually love that. If her PR team actually did that
They
intentionally.
deserve
Oh yeah, they 100% deserve a
That's
raise.
real.
I love
Get
that.
That's
out.
brilliant.
Yeah.
So
That
smart.
is pretty
Isn't that
amazing.
Can we tag her PR team right now?
I'm
What?
actively trying to
shout
find
out
her
Swifties.
PR team to
That's her
work
PR
for
team,
us.
the Swifties.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So
Like I'm like,
smart.
how do we find your PR team?
Yeah, that's
and I
pretty
need
good.
them immediately.
That's unbelievably smart.
But
Yeah.
for
So
people
here
not to
for it.
believe that these are bought and paid for relationships,
Yeah.
it's goofy because it's obvious.
Yeah.
Come on. No way. I mean,
I
Travis
know. I
Kelce's
mean, I'm in
one-
bought and paid relationships all the time.
It's cuffing season. I'm
power
actively
bottom.
looking for one.
Not power.
Oh, sorry, I
No,
misunderstood.
You misunderstood.
Same thing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. So, if you all like, so it's the sport's run by you all, right? So
Yeah.
what is next with this sport? Where do we take it from going to buddy games to advancing into something that is truly yours, but it's not like grabbed by culture and does its own thing?
That's
What does it
hard.
look
It's
like?
hard.
You know, honestly, I think what the sport needs is like an investor who has a vision to like let us make something that the world hasn't seen before. I think that like women's sports in particular, have spent the entirety of their existence since I guess the 90s, because that's when the first professional, that's the WNBA, have tried to fit into the box that men's sports created. And I think Derby's really interesting because it is what happens when you don't try to put it in a men's box. Women's Derby is just roller derby. Men's is the qualifier. So when you say roller derby, the assumption is that you're talking about women.
Right.
And
Instead
you
of-
have to say men's roller derby if you're talking about men, whereas in every
pretty cool.
other
Right.
sport,
Yeah.
every other sport, you say soccer, you're assuming men's soccer. You're not saying women's soccer. So the sport needs somebody to believe that we can create something that is outside of the box of what they're accustomed to for what men's sports is built, but we can still do some of the same things that have made men's sports
thing is-
Well, and I think your sport highly appeals to a male viewing audience.
It
It's a
could.
sport. It's like
It's a
really
sport.
highly
It's a sport.
strategic.
Right.
It's really fun to watch. It's high impact, like what's it called?
Action,
High
impact,
action. The score changes quickly. It's really good sport and fun sport to watch. The problem is, we are all volunteers. We all have full-time jobs and kids and derby, and we're like trying to scrape by and like find a warehouse to practice. That's the
Like a
main-
practice spot. We can't
Yeah.
even figure out practice. Or like if you're broke, pads and skates and helmets, all that shit is super expensive.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's
What
really
we
like
do with like a track and an arena. Woo!
That's where it almost has to be. You have to like build your own channel and network in order
Yeah.
to have it,
Yeah.
to then have it come back in. Where it's like, because I do think there's some element of like a YouTube audience that's attracted to a space like
Yeah.
this, where you can build your own thing, and it's
sure.
sponsored by,
Yeah.
instead of expecting. Again, I always look like everyone. I even see actors like whining about like the writer's strike for good reason and all of that, but none of this stuff out here is actually looking after anybody.
Right.
And so, and especially when it's a sport that's like coming of age in a new space, why start from a place that's going away anyway? Like, old network is gone.
Yeah.
They don't even know it yet, but it's over. And so you just got to start from where it's going.
But that's what they say all the time too about like, you think about like take golf, men's golf versus women's golf. The reason that men's golf is entertaining from like a viewer's perspective on TV is because they have a higher budget and they can cut from like hole 1 to hole 18 and they're quick.
Right.
Women's golf is like, it's a smaller budget, it's a smaller team,
Yep.
so you're watching all 18 holes, which everyone knows is boring as fuck.
But
Yeah.
then people say that it's the athlete's fault that women's sports aren't as interesting to watch. It's
No,
not
it's
the
the
athlete's
money.
fault. It's the money's
Yeah.
fault. It's the fact that they don't have the same budget.
Right.
sponsorships.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's
It's not as flashy.
yeah.
well, it's also
not
because
the
men are
athlete's
willing to
fault.
ruin their relationships to watch football. So they're willing to like literally go, hey honey, just so you know,
Just to be
Sunday's
clear.
my day, and like,
And I'm gonna be right. And this is whatever.
so
I'm like,
there's such a sacrificial fan base.
Just to be clear, like roller derby is also
It's not
willing
for us.
to ruin
I get-
relationships
Yeah.
for derby.
yeah.
Derby
Yeah.
widow
Derby
is like a
widow
thing.
shirt.
Derby widows is a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love to hear it.
Like
oh, I'm a derby widow.
And
Yeah.
a person in derby dating a non-derby person, you're like,
because we're so obsessed with it, we want to watch it, we want to talk about it, we want to play all the time. We're so entrenched in it. It's not different than any other sport,
Yeah.
and it's fucking insufferable if you're not in it.
Can you imagine listening to whatever the fuck we were just talking about with the jammers and like
All the
dance-
time.
all the time?
all the time?
It's how
And
your life
then
feels.
Gotcha.
and then we
I
go
get
out and
it.
party with each other, and then we come back and we have all this party drama. Derby widows are just like, yeah,
Yeah, derby and rugby need to match up.
It's
That
very
is the
similar.
unity that can
For
save
sure,
everyone.
for sure. And then the opening act can be wrestling.
Okay.
Maybe some YouTube boxing, some bullshit. Let's do
YouTube
it.
boxing. I feel like you should have a derby at the Coliseum. I see it now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be so
Now, wait, you got
dope.
any fun in this? Let's go.
I know,
Let's go.
Josh.
Yeah, I feel like there should
We're on
be
a
an
last
investor to bring a derby to the Coliseum. I know someone there. They're gonna need a payment, but we'll find an investor. I feel like this would
figure
be
it
so
out.
dope.
Yeah, it would be
Because
great.
they did NASCAR at the Coliseum and it looks it just like looks beautiful.
And also, we can be like NASCAR. Just strap a bunch of logos onto us.
Yeah.
Go around in a circle.
Yeah.
whatever.
You know how many stickers can go on a goddamn
That's true.
helmet?
That's
Or
true.
beanies.
Especially if they're on like a big screen, we can make it happen.
Put it on her forehead.
Okay, well I know you guys have to get out of here.
Yeah. We're gonna
Where
play roller derby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to practice.
Yeah, we're
where
practice right
can
now.
we find you, follow you, all the things?
Go to Derby Squad CBS for our Instagrams, and you can find all of us tagged
Okay,
on there.
yeah, okay.
We made a group one, but you can find and follow any of us individually from
that
that.
page.
Yeah.
Shu, Melissa, Shaggy, Rachel.
Let's go.
Yeah, man.
Derby Squad CBS.
This is so fun!
Yeah.
Wait, first podcast for everyone? First podcast! Very excited.
I literally was like,
Don't act like it's not.
I'm like, I've been on a few, but that's fine.
I've done like a
oh yeah.
That's
You. What were
I
you
was just
talking
excited to
about?
get to talk about sports for 5
Yeah,
minutes.
okay,
You
well,
see when she like brightened
you can
up.
come back and talk like football
Yeah.
anytime with us.
I'm here, man.
She would love to.
Perfect.
She would
We have
love
a-
to.
we
and
have a
she
Viking
can
show.
roll her eyes while she talks about
It's
football.
just trouty mouth the whole time. Just
Me and some of the guys in the house, whenever we'd start talking about sports or on the she loses her mind. She can't deal with it. Yeah.
every single time on the chat, they're like, blah blah. I was like, take it. There's got to be another
take
place.
me out.
There's
We
got to be
have-
another place for you.
We have a cast chat, and every time it starts, she's literally all caps. God no, please stop.
So like
Stop.
Sundays are like a nightmare for you.
Oh, no.
I just
Well,
mute
team-
the chat.
it's usually Team Philly's fault because they always.
Oh,
start
well, they're the worst.
Philly fans, man. Fucking
all they
Philly
do
fans.
is talk
Cancel.
about sports.
Yeah.
God bless them, but it makes you furious.
But there's no more annoying fan than an Eagles fan.
Oh,
Everybody
no.
knows that.
Yes.
Oh.
Or
Everybody
just
knows that.
Philly in general.
Yeah.
And then there's
Philly in general. So I'm from Jersey.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I am
So you know.
35 minutes away
So
from
you
Philly.
know. And you're the Philly side of Jersey. So
I'm
yeah.
the Philly
Yeah,
side of
no, no,
Jersey.
no.
I apologize all the time.
Yeah, it's
There's
She's a
something that-
Jersey girl.
But I'm from Jersey.
Brutal.
What's your favorite beach in Jersey Shore?
Okay, so recently,
'Kay.
just recently,
Is it Avalon?
it's okay. It's Asbury Park.
Okay, I don't know what that one is.
Get fucked! How do you not know what Stone
I'm not from the East Coast.
Okay.
I know like Cape May and
Do you
Avalon.
remember
That's it.
MTV Seaside? MTV Seaside.
Yeah.
Shoot, that was like maybe 30 years ago.
No, it wasn't. Was it really?
Check your audience.
I don't even know what it is.
I know this is what Money Games is all about. It's a throwback.
Gotta be at
Yeah.
least 25 years ago. 25 years, right?
Yeah.
With that tech, who was on there? What was the VJs that used to be on there?
Blonde hair.
Yeah.
He was on Real World.
Real World.
Yeah. That's what she's talking about.
I miss Real World.
I
we
did
did
too.
too.
That's what we really wanted. We wanted more house reality like
Yeah.
Real World. We wanted them to show like what people don't see from the show is all of the actual friendships and relationships that
Aw.
were built in the house. Like
You said group chat. That's fucking
we
amazing.
all, yeah,
I
we're all
mean,
still on a group
we're
chat.
sobby, sappy messes every episode because we're like got really close with
Yeah.
each
And we
other
look
really fast.
insane because it looks like we've only known these people for like 3 days. We're like, oh my god!
But in
And
reality, we're spending you're spending all this time together. They take your phones,
No
computers. You have no
TV.
TV, no music.
Yeah.
And so all you're doing is like
Getting to know
bonding
somebody.
with people and like
Okay, so why do reality show romances never work out? Tell us right now.
Why don't they?
Yeah, because if you're like, because people always make fun of reality show romances when they're like,
You're in a bubble when you're
Ah.
in there. Any relationship would work if all your attention is this, right?
true.
But if
That's
it is
true.
outside
As soon as you go- yeah.
influence, like a job,
Yeah.
a responsibility.
But
an
also,
ex,
kind
once
of-
that stuff's introduced, it's
kind of in
That
like
makes
kind of
sense.
what's been happening right now is once also the show airs and you're watching shit
Yes. You're like,
that
"You
they're cutting,
suck."
you suck.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
weird.
Which is what's
experience.
Yeah.
we're learning stuff about our housemates in
As
real
we
time
watch.
with
Yeah.
America.
And we're just like, oh my god.
And like we're having these moments where we're like, that really hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Like
Why you?
Why
Why
would
would
you
you
say
say
that?
anything?
That's not a lot more
What do you
colorful. We're not really like that. Really hurt my feelings. We're like
A little more
mother-
colorful. We're talking about you, motherfucker. Like, no, but you really hurt my
Oh
feelings.
my god, I'd like for you to apologize. Be like, I'll fucking kill you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
pretty
more
much
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
I hope your house
read
burned
between the
down.
lines, all right? They get it.
Yeah, no, they know. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, let's
the
get a
best.
picture. Megan, will you take a picture of us before we?
Thanks
for
so
having
much.
us.
Thanks for coming.
I don't want wanna.
I know.
I know. Like I don't.
No,
wanna
you're
stop
good.
it. Okay.
Wait, I'm sitting in the front, which means I'm gonna look gigantic.
This is worse. Don't lean back.
Lean back. Come on.
There we go. LJ.
What's up? There we go.
Yeah, get that high angle.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
We'll look for your league membership paperwork when you.
Oh yeah, when you sign up. Yeah.
Will you send us that photo?
Of course, yes. I will send the photo. We'll send clips. Yeah. So it's live, but you can rewatch it, and then we'll like cut out.
Amazing. Thank you. Oh, you're fine.
It was awesome meeting you. I'll see you again. Yeah.
Football. We have a Viking show. We have this.
All here. Talk football.
We might be expanding. That's hilarious. It's the best.
That's hilarious.
How are we doing this? Well, anyone can put the card down. So we can Venmo you, or you can Venmo. Yeah, that works. Yeah, okay. Very good. I'll send my code to Jack. Perfect. I still owe you $20 yesterday. No, it's so fun. Really?
Yeah. So fun. Like a couple weeks ago.
No, I'm sweating.
We just had like our friend Cam on.
All right, over and out. Banter at Barney's.
I just want to talk more shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So the last episode was the second. But if you want to come back,
We could do like a real one. So we have like a podcast. This is like our live. Alright. Okay, so not live. So someone say it right. That'd be fun. Once this done, I wish I could. That's why me and my girlfriend get every time. Yeah. It's just not much more. Like
It's always like 40. Yeah, it's always like 40. That's it from dedication. That's all that they're
November 2nd is the last episode.
we get never Why would I wear gray? Also, you're like fighting so much. Yeah.
Also, if you wanted to, we could put together clips and shit that you could be like, you could show, and we could talk shit about it.
You coming to her place Saturday?
Oh, the pumpkin carving? I'm not at practice till like 2.
Like, am I gonna stay like I did last week?
I gotta go to this thing afterwards.
I was putting it on the shirt too.
617. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You guys are awesome. Under my breath. He's like, fuck you guys.
What's up? See you later. Bye.
We're like trying to thank you.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't gonna think it.
Are we not aggressive enough for you? We're in technology mode. Oh, there it is. Thank you.
See ya. Alrighty, I'll pause it here. Boom.